EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marticher with your outlook for July 9th, 2020. For your Thursday, we're getting a little bit of break in the action today. We will be hot and humid. Temperatures getting in the 90s for many areas, at least low 90s. But we will have a break in the action as far as compared to what we've seen the last couple of days. We had numerous thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. I don't think you're going to see that today. So we do get a little bit of a break in the action, which is partly cloudy skies and hot and humid conditions. We are going to turn our attention to this system that we've been talking about all week here, which is a coastal low of sorts, but this could take on tropical characteristics here, and you'll see in our posts that we make about this, like the one for this video on the Facebook page and the one that directs you to the daily forecast, we're calling this a subtropical low, and I think that's what it's going to be, but they may... the National Hurricane Center may decide to classify this as just a regular tropical depression, and it's just a matter of semantics. There are some differences between the two. The subtropical depression is basically a hybrid in between a true tropical system and an extratropical system or regular coastal low. One's a warm chord system, the other one's a cold chord system. This is kind of like a blend between the two. Subtropical is a little bit more broad. Okay, so it's not as tightly compact as and symmetrical as a tropical system. And most of the convection is going to be found on the east side here with a sharp cutoff on the left side with both clouds and precipitation. So I think that's what we're going to be dealing with is a subtropical depression or storm, which will be called Faye if in fact it got to that designation. That's up to the National Hurricane Center, of course. I do think it gets there, though. This is going to come up the coast here and could affect some areas as late as, or as early as late tonight. Okay, so we'll have an increase in clouds on that for, pretty dry, hot, and humid day. Increasing clouds tonight, and then this system is going to move up the coast, and it's going to parallel the coastline, come very close. It's either run right over the coast or just offshore, but either way, you're going to have the impacts felt far southeastern areas first, but that will spread into Delaware, southern New Jersey. I think those areas are going to see the most rain out of this. As far as wind is concerned, I don't think it's going to be overly windy. Could have some gusts that are, in those shore points, closer to the shore points, 25 to 35 gusts. But I think further inland, you're generally, 20, 25 gusts or thereabout. But it's going to be a wider wind field with this if it is subtropical. So we'll see how that's designated. And again, this is going to move right up the coast here, maybe right over the coast as it moves northward. And as you see, it's bringing precipitation into far eastern Pennsylvania. But there is one heck of a cutoff here between getting a lot or nothing at all. Okay, so areas out here in central PA will be like, what storm? But areas just to the east there, like 50 miles, might be getting 1 to 2 inches of rain. All right, and that's what we're going to have those initial estimates out in the for those subscribed to the My Pocket Meteorologist text alerts with exact amounts for your county of what we expect, and then the timing, general start time and end time of this system. And we expect to do that during the course of today. And again, this is going to move off pretty quickly. Looks like most of it's out of here on Friday night. The NAM's actually the fastest with this. As we get over the NAM high-res future simulated radar, starting this off at 2 a.m., you can see some, the outer bands, if you will be affecting coastal Delaware and southern New Jersey at this point. It's going to work its way to the north and west. You can see obviously see some heavy rain embedded in here, so there is going to be the opportunity for some heavy rain, especially down here in southern New Jersey and Delaware. I think you get 2 to 3 inches, locally 4, so you get a little bit more down here. Further in the interior, I think you're looking at a 1 to 2 inch rain event, and then again, it's going to step down pretty considerably with a sharp cutoff to the west. And then during the course of the morning, it spreads up here elsewhere and here. And then you get some heavy rain during the afternoon and evening before this pulls away to the north. But you see the areas further west are high and dry here. We're not getting anything at all. But this pulls off to the north, and this looks like just after midnight, this is already clearing. So by the time we get to Saturday morning, we're left with partly cloudy skies. Okay, so at least a start. And then we have a cold front that's going to be moving through late in the day or more likely overnight with some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So we do have a scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for late in the day here on Saturday as well, even though we think we're going to start off partly cloudy and get that system out of here pretty quickly overnight on Friday night. But more likely overnight we'll have some scattered thunderstorms with that cold front moving through. And then we get to Sunday, we're partly to mostly sunny skies. And we're back up in the upper 80s again. Probably remain that way straight through at least Tuesday. But there is going to be an isolated p.m. thunderstorm every single day in the forecast, just because we have some boundaries in the vicinity, hot and humid. You're going to have the opportunity for that pop-up storm here on any day with any of those boundaries. That goes into Tuesday, and then again here on Wednesday. Wednesday, I think you start turning the corner a little bit. We get even hotter. We're going to have everywhere into the lower 90s. And I think the period from the middle of next week, or actually late next week, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday of next week, you're going to have some seriously hot temperatures in there. And I'm talking about mid to upper 90s, and I wouldn't be surprised if a few areas hit 100 once or twice in that time span. But it does look like you're going to have a pretty good heat wave coming in here toward the end of next week and next weekend. So we're gonna focus on that after the system passes, the one we're dealing with, of course, on Friday. I'll have more information tomorrow morning for you. And again, if you're a My Pocket Meteorologist subscriber, look for that text alert today for your county. We'll give you start and end times and our projections for rainfall from the system. Wind will not be issued because we don't think it's going to be a big deal unless you get to the coastal regions of New Jersey and Delaware. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marters. That is your outlook for July 9th, 2020. Have a great Thursday.